Isolde, what was the aim of this exhibition? Why to compare to these two great complex masters?
The aim of the exhibition was to make an exhibition about a relationship between two men and also two artists, and to understand the very complex relationship between them and how this relationship interferes in their art, and how the way Degas looked at Manet's works, and also later how Manet looked at Degas' work. Sorry, I always mix up with Manet and Degas. And how they together, looking at each other, open a new path to modernity.
So, concretely, what happens?
Many things happen, but we don't know all the story, and this was the challenge of this exhibition. It was like a puzzle. We had some pieces to put together. We know that there were some kind of battles between them. There was, for example, very famous how to say, brouille.
Fight?
Yes.
Disagreement?
Yes. We know that there was a famous fight about one painting.
Yes, that we can see in the exhibition.
At the opening of the exhibition, because we wanted really to open the exhibition with the intimacy of their relationship. So we enter and then we see at first the two self-portraits of both protagonists, and then after there is a big room about the relationship between Manet and Degas, and at the center of this room there is this very interesting painting, which is a portrait made by Degas of Manet listening to his wife playing the piano, because Suzanne Manet was sorry.
So yes, he was upset, so he destroyed almost the painting.
So Degas painted Manet listening to his wife playing the piano, and one day Degas came to Manet's house and then saw his painting that was cut, and it was cut on the face of Suzanne. So the wife of Manet's wife. So Degas was really upset about this, and he took back his portrait and gave back to Manet a still life that Manet gave him. And then Degas kept all his life long this cut portrait by Manet. He even took a picture very later, after Manet's death, of himself in his room, in his salon, sorry, living room, with at the back, in his back, the portrait that was cut. And
wow.
Then, many years after, we don't know exactly when, Degas tried to complete again the painting with the missing part. He added a piece of canvas to rétablir Madame Manet, to paint back Madame Manet on the painting, but he never achieved that, so it's very mysterious.
But what if we want to summarize, what can we say about what Degas has invented and what Manet has invented?
So they are both very close for their subjects. For example, many
for
subjects,
what?
The topics they paint, the
yes.
subjects like horse races or Parisian or all this kind, but they are very different in the way they paint their subjects. For example, Manet's painting is very powerful, is very straightforward to the one who looks at him, and Degas is always more enigmatic. It's about intimacy. Degas, for example, very quickly gave up with the Salon, the official exhibition, whereas Manet wanted to exhibit to the Salon all his life long. And his paintings are very striking, very powerful, the nature of the painting itself is really struck. Yes.
But concerning Manet, he's always changing of style. It's very difficult to understand him.
there is something in common between them, is that they both very much looked on old masters painting, and they met in the Louvre in front of a Velázquez painting.
Because Manet was really obsessed and went to Spain to see.
Yes, but
the Spanish artist.
Years after, he was already very impressed by Spanish painting before going to Spain, and made some Spanish paintings like the Chanteur Espagnol before going to Spain. And the interesting thing is that Manet and Degas met between a painting by Velázquez, and Manet was then very attracted by the young Degas, who was engraving directly on a copper plate a copy of that painting. Usually you don't engrave directly on a copper plate. You do first a drawing, and then in studio you translate the drawing into an engraving. So Manet was very, what audacity. He was very attracted by that. And so the story is very nice, because they met in the Louvre, these two masters, around Velázquez, around engravings too. And we know that Degas made a fabulous collection of artworks by Manet, and he had almost all the etchings by Manet. So etching.
And La Gitane is amazing.
Yes.
The Gypsy Girl is very surprising, coming from Princeton, right?
Yes, we had wonderful American loans, and this loan from Princeton is really gorgeous. And you know, in Manet's paintings in Degas' collection are very different from Degas' art. You can't find an equivalent of the Gypsy by Manet in Degas. I mean, women in general in Manet are very at ease, very like they control the moment, and with Degas you never know.
And so, to finish, what's the achievement of this exhibition? What are you very proud of?
We are so proud of gathering all these masterworks from...
How many?
Almost 200. Some of them weren't seen for decades. I mean, from the 1983 big show about Manet. For example, the self-portrait or a horse race also, that were never shown since 40 years. And also we are very glad to show the portraits of Madame Manet by Manet from the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum of Boston. That usually never land, but they made an exception for us.
Wow.
And it was restored especially for the show. So was some other paintings like the Morbili from Boston, the MFA. And of course we have a gorgeous paintings from the Metropolitan Museum of New York, which is our direct partner since the exhibition will have a second venue in September at the Met.
Merci.